Yeah, you are just going to convert seconds to minutes, minutes to hours. Okay. What about metric system? Okay. 100 centimeters is what? 1 meter. How many meters in a kilometer? They don't use, I mean, there's no point using, what is it called, decameters? They're not going to ask you to put your answer in that, so you don't have to know it. Because you can just go from meters to centimeters or meters to kilometers. They don't usually ask for millimeters either. What does that say? What you said. RM. I was writing them down as y'all were saying them. I was just writing them down as y'all were saying them. Huh? Yeah, it is on its own. Those are the ones, pretty much, if you don't know them, you need to learn them. It's like 1760 maybe, but I don't really use that one. All right, so we want to change 600 inches to feet. Think so? All right, so you set up like this. Are y'all listening or are y'all talking? You start by writing what they give you, 600 inches. Well, we need to go to feet. What do we know about inches? 12 inches for 1 foot. Do you agree? Cancel. It is what? If you have 600 inches, are you going to have fewer feet or more feet? So did we probably set it up correctly? Does that make sense? It's a good idea to kind of think through it and say, should my answer be a lot bigger or a lot smaller or not much different? Does that make sense? That way you know if you messed up somewhere. Any questions on this one? All right, so looking at this one. So what are we starting with? 44 feet times feet. If you want to write it as feet squared, you can. We're going to inches. So I'm going to put feet down here. Do feet and inches already relate? Okay, how do they relate? All right. So what cancels? But now we've got inches, feet. So you got to do another one. The exact same one. So that they'll cancel both feet. Does that make sense? So if we went from feet squared to inches squared, do you think we're going to go up? Like I have about 900 square feet in this room, I'd have a lot more square inches. Does that make sense? See how that works? Any questions on these? Okay. We want to change yards to inches. So what would I start with? Do we know something that relates yards to inches? Do you agree that there are 36 inches in a yard? You can use that one if you want. You don't have to. I don't care which way you do it. And then okay. The yards cancel. Now what? Do it again. Okay. So what the book has for their answer for this question, that's what their answer is. Is that what we got? Oh, yeah, it is. Did we do it that way? Did we get the right answer? How do you know that you got the same answer? We did 42. 3 times 12 is 36. 3 times 12 is 36. What did you actually get for your answer? This is how I want you to put your answer. The reason they give it to you, the answer like that, so that you can see what unit conversions they use. That way, in case you're like, I didn't get the right answer, I don't know what to do. It's kind of like a help on the homework. No, they just give you that. Does that make sense? I want this as your actual answer, not that. So this is what they're just going to show you to make sure that you've got your unit multiplier set up. Does that make sense? Any questions on these? So if you put this, is that the correct answer? You got to actually work it out. Should it be larger? Okay. Unit multipliers to convert 16 cubic miles to cubic inches. So is it going to be a small number or a big number? Very large? Do you know what a cubic mile is? Like, do you don't know? It's a, it's like a mile square and a mile high. Like a cubic mile. Like if you want to find the volume of something, like in the ocean, obviously it'd be a lot bigger than just 1 cubic mile. But does that make sense? That's how they find out the volume. Yeah, mile down, mile square. Yep. But there'd be a lot of them in the ocean. And they would like add them all up. Do you agree? Okay, what am I going to start with? What goes here? Are there 5,280 feet in a mile? Does that make sense? So now what? And then what do you have to do? Oh, we haven't gotten there yet. Do you agree? Are we into cubic inches though? So what do I need to do? Like that? Does that make sense? Yes. You can't. You can't go from cubic miles to square. Do you get 4.07 times 10 to the 15th? Right? I mean, it's a huge number. So round to the hundredth place, okay? Round to the hundredth? Oh. Oh, oh, I mean, yeah, it knows what it is. It's just there's not enough room to show it to you. It needs like 15 or decimal places. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, like it's on Google. Type it into Google. How many is 16 or whatever? Yeah. What are my y'all see how that works? Any questions on these? Well, it'll do this. Let me go back to it. It showed, well, it looks like that on mine. It has an E, but the E means times 10. So if you see an E number at the end, it's the exponent. So some of them do times 10 to the whatever. Yeah. E stands for times 10.